Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. This is a very tough thing that I'm going to try to explain. But it is the question of, are markets zero sum? The short answer might be yes. But the longer answer is, well, it depends. So, first of all, to explain what a zero sum market means is if you if you make money in the markets, there was someone else out there that lost that money which you have now profited. So basically, you're stealing money from someone else, or, of course, several people giving you a small amount. So let's look at this example. Buy one Bitcoin at $100, it goes to $200, you have $100 of unrealized gains. Then when you sell, it becomes $100 of realized gains. Now, when it comes to realized gains, technically speaking, yes, markets are zero sum. Technically speaking, this $100 that you made must have come from someone losing the $100. Okay? But it's a bit more complex. So here's what I mean. Okay? Let's I have this whole thing written up. Let's delete that, okay? Let's say, for sake of argument, BTC goes only up. When I say only up, I mean literally only up. It's pretty unrealistic scenario, but it's technically speaking possible. And hopefully this helps explain in what cases it's zero sum and what cases it's not zero sum. So Bitcoin goes only up. Now you have this exact same thing there. The person that bought at 200 now owns one BTC. If BTC continues up forever, then the person that bought your BTC did not lose. Therefore, it was not a zero sum game. So, Bitcoin goes only up. You buy one Bitcoin at $100 and it goes to $200. You sell. You sell, and the person that bought your Bitcoin, they bought one Bitcoin from you at $200. Now they own one Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues going up, then that person did not lose. So how is it a zero sum game? And the short answer is it's not a zero sum game. Therefore, it was not a zero sum game. Now, if we have the same scenario and BTC goes to zero after the person bought the one BTC from you, they lose their $200 because BTC is worthless. Okay? So, when it comes to a zero sum market, it is only zero sum if the asset you are speaking about goes to zero. It is only a zero sum market if the asset in discussion goes to zero. Okay? Okay, sorry, just need a drink of water. Now, when we speak of other scenarios, I mean it still is very similar. Where if the asset does not come back down, let's try to look at something on the chart. Um, Celestia. This is actually probably a good example. You buy here. Let's move this down. Let's say you buy here, you catch this wick. You sell here. The person that bought your coins here are now holding a loss. If Celestia goes to 0, then they lose however much money they bought. If Celestia goes back up, then they make a profit. So, if it goes up, is it zero sum? No, it's not a zero sum game. For every dollar that you make, no one has to lose that dollar. Not necessarily. Unless Celestia goes to 0 in the future, then it is not a zero sum game. In fact, it is actually, I guess you would say, an infinity sum game, because you have a bunch of people. If something is only up, let's say Celestia were to go absolutely crazy, go to like 1,000 a coin. I won't show it with this line because that's just ridiculous. But if it were to do that, you would have so many people that are just making money. If they all were to sell, then yes, Celestia would go down probably close to 0 again. But the reality is, as long as they are unrealized games, an infinite market sum or an infinite sum game is possible. And that is kind of what we've seen with Bitcoin over the years. I mean, you have, wait, sorry, I should go to this chart because this has all the history. You have, and let's make it log so that we can see it better. You have everyone that bought here and is still holding, they're still in massive profits. Money has currently been printed when it comes to Bitcoin. If they all were to sell, then yes, Bitcoin would go down heavily. But until that moment, we are in an infinite sum game, is what I guess we could call it. So I hope that explains a bit more. 1 second. Yeah, I hope that explains a bit more how that works. And the key takeaway is it's not a zero-sum game unless everyone takes profit and the price goes to 0. So hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something from that. And yeah, I hope I explained it well. So yeah, see you in the next one.